film definitely has some heavy scenes, and it's a heavy topic. What was a special moment for you in the film?
Ultimately, we wanted to be inspiring, and there was a potential, like if we follow these guys and the journey worked, that they would heal.
Exactly.
You know, and so with documentary film, you never know what's going to happen. So we just kind of, you know, trusted our instincts and follow them.
Right.
And yes, like, you know, it was quite an epic journey for them. As you saw, like, they both had different experiences.
Absolutely.
Right? But it was very transformative. And so that is my favorite part, that actually what we were hoping would happen happened beyond our wildest dreams.
They healed themselves.
They healed themselves, and also we wanted this to end like hopeful,
right,
and positive,
right,
because there's been many stories out there about the veterans and coming home that are just so dark and tragic. Because that's the reality.
Yeah.
And we wanted to do something different,
right,
you know. So we wanted to change the narrative. I was attracted to this topic, and because of the opportunity to tell the story in a spiritual way. Okay. You know, like Tom and Anthony on their journey, they met like a Native American healer. They met a Trappist monk. You know, they met so many people on the road that welcomed them into their homes. You know, that just gave them money or meals, or you know, like it was really like, yeah, that, you know, and my last film was just so kind of, just so tragic, you know, and left you in a state of like, oh, you know, yeah, despair. And so I really wanted to make a film that had somewhat of a more positive ending, and I wanted to build a campaign around that. Our first goal is to educate on moral injury, because it's not really a term that's known. You know, everybody is familiar with PTSD, and a lot of these guys are treated for PTSD when in fact they're suffering from a moral injury. Mm-hmm. And it's very different, it's very distinct, because moral injury is like a wound to the soul.
That guilt.
Exactly. It's a burden because you're forced to do things when you're in combat that go against your belief of what's right or wrong. And it often manifests much later when you come home and you're haunted by those experiences, you know? And so that's why I believe there's a suicide crisis.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, and a lot of times they're being treated for PTSD, which many of them also have. You know, so they're being given pills, you know, medication, prescriptions. Sometimes they self-medicate with alcohol, you know, and that just numbs the pain. That doesn't actually get to the root of the moral injury. Like with Anthony, the walk was enough for him to go home. He was ready to go home to be a better father, a better husband. But Tom needed more. Tom needed, you know, the Power Breath workshop, and he also needed to forgive himself.
Exactly. I think that's the main thing, forgiving yourself.
Exactly, yeah. So that was like the big turning point in the film for Tom.